Hostile nations, migrants are pouring into Texas. It's January 6, 2025, and these are your headlines. With criminal activity at the border remaining a big concern, new report shows that more than 10,000 individuals from hostile nations have been detained at the Texas border since 2021. The amount of illegal aliens from hostile nations that have escaped capture at the Texas border remains unknown. The Texas House Committee report revealed this number and the threat it poses. A porous border flooded with illegal immigration is a vulnerability, and one that hostile nations are more than happy to exploit. Since 2021, nearly 9,000 Chinese nationals have been detained by the Texas Department of Public Safety. That's according to an interim report from a Texas House Committee on Hostile Foreign Threats to the state published last month. The report says that many of the detained Chinese nationals are military-age males, not females. Migrants are increasingly coming from Russia, China, and Iran. Close to 2,000 Russians and more than 200 Iranians were detained as well. Now, China, Russia, and Iran were all identified as threats to national security by the Office of the Director of National Intelligence in their 2024 annual threat assessment. Former DPS Director Colonel Stephen McGraw revealed these numbers to House Committee members in September. The committee wrote that his testimony gave insight into recent migrant trends, cartel activities, and the shifting dynamics of human trafficking along the Texas-Mexico border. Thousands of Texas teachers and school staff have been accused of victimizing students over the past several years, according to official reports reviewed by the parental advocacy group Texas Education 911, who recently analyzed over 11,000 educator misconduct reports submitted by school administrators to the Texas Education Agency from September of 2021 through July of 2024. By far the largest number of reports, 39%, accused teachers of committing violent acts against children. Another 26% of the reports were for sexual misconduct or improper relationships between educators and students. An alarming 4,144 educator misconduct reports involved physical violence against students while in school. Even more alarming, 74% of those reports were never investigated by the TEA. Texas Education 911 is advocating for legislative changes this year to protect students, prevent in-school abuse of children, and to prosecute the adult abusers.
Real Texan.
I hope you'll sit down with Texas Scorecard every Sunday as we visit with real Texans who are doing real things to make the Lone Star State shine even brighter. We're going to be talking to activists and politicians, but we're also going to be talking with men and women who are shaping business in Texas and driving for a better culture.
New reports suggest that a local chapter of Catholic Charities is working with Fort Worth ISD to bring illegal aliens into the school district. It was previously reported that the Catholic Charities of Fort Worth had been incentivizing illegal immigration in Texas by helping illegal aliens obtain citizenship and by handing out millions of dollars of taxpayer money. Catholic Charities Fort Worth has also been given nearly $1 billion tax dollars from the Biden administration's Department of Health and Human Services, which they funnel to illegal border crossers and other organizations funded by leftist billionaires George Soros and Bill Gates. Now, the International Newcomer Academy in Fort Worth ISD is intended exclusively for unassimilated migrant children. The academy teaches children in grades 6 through 9 to orient students to U.S. schools, develop basic communicative, academic, oral, and written English proficiency, and to continue and develop knowledge and skills in core content area subjects so that students can transition to the next component of secondary ESL programs, English as a second language. According to the Tarrant County Republican Party's findings, a vast number of students in that school are illegal aliens who don't speak English, as 40% of Fort Worth ISD students are enrolled in bilingual English to Spanish instruction. The most common countries of origin include Mexico, Myanmar, Bhutan, Congo, and Iraq. The most common languages spoken are Spanish, Nepali, Swahili, and Arabic. The activities that Catholic Charities of Fort Worth engages in are primarily funded through the federal government through the Refugee School Impact Program, which is administered by the Office of Refugee Resettlement under Secretary of U.S. Homeland Security Alejandro Mayorkas. Not for long, though. He'll be gone here soon. Tarrant County Republican Party says that the grant received by CCFW is used to offset the cost of public schools for the influx of various non-English speaking people the Biden administration has flooded into our cities, including Fort Worth. For more of today's stories, go to TexasScorecard.com.